Hello, everyone. Okay, so this video I titled something like I don't actually know what I'm going to title it, but I think I'm going to title it something like um, don't wait to feel inspired or motivated in life because it just never works. And how to be a badass. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Eva. A little bit about my background. I own a restaurant in Boulder. Um, I love the mountains and the name of my restaurant, Blooming Beats Kitchen. But if you're reading it on the Blooming Beats blog, you probably already know this. But I want to share my story with you. So, and tell you about a little bit about who I am first before I get into all the motivation and action and da da da. So, I am someone who, and I'm not trying to brag, but I will a little bit. Someone who tends to be a total badass in life, and I don't have any problem getting outside my comfort zone and taking massive action so long as I feel motivated and inspired. So, I've taken quantum leaps in life. I've moved from country to country. I've worked in 3 different countries, 3 different continents, traveled to 35 countries. At one point, I completed a 100-mile run. That means I ran 100 miles continuously. And you look at someone who's definitely not born athletic by any means. And I had it like I wasn't a runner. I couldn't finish a 1 mile run at school and all that stuff. So, um, and I opened a restaurant without, well, I had a little bit of experience. Let's just say I washed dishes and waited tables before, but I had no experience working in a commercial kitchen or managing a restaurant or anything like that. So I don't have any problem taking action and doing all kinds of things when I feel like it. And then there's the times in my life, I don't know if you can relate, but it's like it's it's like the opposite. I'll go through periods when I'm totally motivated and badass and doing this and doing that and just, being alive and, on the edge and just doing all these great things. And there's times in my life when I go for months and months and months doing nothing and just getting through life and surviving and watching reruns and reruns of The Bachelor. Like I literally I've seen all the seasons of The Bachelor. Like how? Like I don't know. The Bachelorette too, Prison Break, Grey's Anatomy, all this stuff, right? And I go, I've like gone through these periods and just picking fights with my husband and keeping a job that I hate and months at a time and blaming it on, well, I really don't feel like it. I'm not motivated. I don't feel inspired, and I must be depressed. So, that's just like how I've been going through life, like up and down, up and down. It lasts about 6 months, or sometimes like I can be motivated for years, and then I'm for years I'm totally just not taking any action. So I was going through life, and then shit really hit the fan. Um, a year ago or so when I was 32, or less than. Um, and I just opened the same restaurant, and I have plans to open a third, and then I realized I am completely failing. Like face flat, what do you call it? Face flat on the ground failing. Like really failing. One of the restaurants is losing money like rapidly. Like the restaurant in Arizona. It's like, oh my God. Like we have customers, but we have not enough. I have this 10-year lease that I'm on, just terrified. And our food cost is high and the customers don't want to pay the price. And it's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then in the middle of that, I'm I'm filing for divorce and just like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing. Am I doing the right thing? I don't know. And then I'm in love with this other guy, like completely head over ears in love, and he cannot even hear the word commitment. So I'm like in this it just feels like, sometimes you fail at one thing and this other thing works. And for me, it was like everything just felt like that was going to collapse at once. And it kind of did. It was a few months ago. I just got to the wow, like I've been acting like I don't know what to do, but I know what there's to do. Like I have to close down one of the restaurants, and I have to finalize the divorce, and I have to get out of the other relationship, and just everything is failing. And what followed was kind of like what's always predictable for me. I start, hitting the snooze button in the morning over and over and over, sleeping till like 10 a.m., not taking action, not feeling like it, not exercising, not eating right, and not taking in any action. It's like I'm not making any money because like the restaurant in Boulder is great and all, but um, it's a paleo restaurant. It's great, and it makes some money, but it doesn't make enough money for me to live on. So I'm like, I'm broke basically, and I'm just taking no action on life. And I go back to my bachelor's because I just watching The Bachelor because I'm not inspired, I'm not motivated, and every day I tell myself basically tomorrow I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m. I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna be awesome, I'm gonna talk to people, it's gonna be a great day, I'm not gonna be depressed anymore, it's gonna be fabulous. Except day after day, it's the same thing. I hit the snooze button. I don't exercise. I just kind of make it and survive through the day without any intention, any action, or any major action. I barely go to the restaurant, take care of business, go home, watch some Bachelor, sleep. So here's the thing. I really don't know what gave, but it started becoming clearer and clearer for me that the motivation and inspiration I'm looking for isn't coming. And if I wait for that, it could take years. And, waiting for how I feel or for me to feel like taking an action isn't going to get me anywhere because I could wait forever. So here's what I learned. If you want to be happy, if you want to be alive, and if you want to be inspired, you have to consistently be making leaps of progress. Consistently, like all the time. Like be outside your comfort zone all the time and pushing yourself. And here's the thing about that. Your brain is not designed to encourage you or to support you to do that. Your brain is basically designed to keep you safe and in your comfort zone. It's, it makes sense. Like, any danger, no. Like, it is designed to make you survive. So, every time you're going to want to take action that is outside your comfort zone and push yourself and do something, it's going to give you a lot of thoughts and feelings to hold you back and to make you stop and to shut you down. And the only way through that is basically to take action anyway. Like, okay, I have these thoughts and feelings. Okay, that's fine. I'm taking action anyway. And action after action after action. It's not like you take one and then, you're like done for the day. That's the only way. And I just finished reading this book too. And it's awesome. It's awesome. And I really recommend it. It's called I'll show you the Audible version of it. It's called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Gibson. See if I can find it. I read a lot of Audible books because it's just so much better. Here, if you can see it on the screen, it looks like this. Anyway, that's a sidetrack. But I don't read books. I listen to everything on Audible because I just love it. I can go for a hike and I can drive and I can listen to it, and it's just awesome. So anyway, I read this book and it's called The 5-Second Rule by Mel Gibson. And the whole premise of the book is if you have an instant to take action, you have 5 seconds to take it, because if you don't, your brain will shut you down within seconds. It will come up with so many reasons and excuses why you should stay comfortable, you shouldn't take that action. So, you want to work out in the morning, like the minute you think about working out or it occurs to you that you should work out, you need to move and you have 5 seconds to do it. You basically have to get up, put on your sneakers or pack your gym bags or whatever you need to do and just move. Like take that action before your brain shuts you down. Once you start taking that action, it like changes the course of your thoughts. And you like starting is like the worst, but once you have started, you have a pretty good chance you'll actually get there and work out. So yeah, that's that. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah. You by taking action, then the motivation and the inspiration basically comes. It's not the other way around. Like waking motivation does not breed action. Action breeds motivation, or something like that. I don't know where I heard that, but it makes sense. Like just take a little bit of action and then watch your body get excited about it and watch your feelings get excited about it. That's how it works. So you're basically teaching your brain that you're not stopping despite its protests and thoughts and feelings. And you show your brain that being out of your comfort zone isn't actually dangerous, and you will trick your brain into feeling inspired. So here is I'm going to put this on my blog too, the contents of this video, so that you have it, you can read it later. But so here's a few things about action. What kind of action? Because not all action is the same. You could be cleaning the house all day long. You taking action is not really all that useful. So, so 3 things about the action. A, it has to be immediate. It has to be immediate. Like the minute you think about taking action, you have to do it. You have a thought that you should call your mother, dial the number, call your mother. You have a thought that you should call this customer, or you should reach out to this business person that can inspire. You do that immediately before your brain shuts you down. You literally have seconds before your brain comes up with excuses and justify not doing it. The other thing about action is that the best way to feel inspired and alive is to take action that is courageous, that requires you to moving through fear. There's nothing wrong with fear. You're always going to be afraid. It's always going to be fear. There's always going to be, that's just your brain doing its thing and trying to shut you down. The only way you feel alive is you're consistently taking action that is courageous. Excuse me. And the best way to do it is like when you make your to-do list in the morning, take the action that you're most afraid of doing first. Like, I don't know, whatever it is. If you want to have a dream job at, I don't know, some company somewhere, you want to be marketing director for, I don't know, L'Oreal. Like, go call them first or apply for the job. Like, make the call. Or you want to open a restaurant, like, call the most successful restaurant owner. Look them up on Google, find their phone number, and request to speak with the owner. Do what scares you first. Get that out of the way. Do it first. Move through the fear. Take it immediately. Give yourself seconds. Give yourself the 5 seconds. Take that action first. And the last thing about action, so I was talking about immediate, courageous, and the last thing, massive. Like, if, like, say you're setting up a business, you need to do some lead generation. Don't make 3 lead generation calls when you really know you should be making 20, and then, find some reason to distract yourself and go to Facebook and whatnot. Take massive action. Like, do more. Be unreasonable. Make 50 calls. Make 20 calls. Whatever it takes, like, stretch yourself. You want to raise some money for your business, you already know that's going to take massive amount of bold and immediate and courageous action. Like, massive. Like, you'll have to be rejected over and over and over and over. And your brain will be coming up with, whatever we can come up with to shut you down and tell you should really give up. It's never going to happen. You're not so great at it. It really doesn't work. Oh, your business idea is, nobody wants to fund it anyway, and whatever. It's just going to do its thing. And your job is to be aware of it and set it aside and just, say, like, thanks for your commentary, and, that's fine, but I'm taking action anyway, and keep taking action. So That's all I wanted to share with you guys, and I will be posting as I go. So, if thank you so much for, letting me share, and hope you have a great week.